In tonight's dose of good news, what started as a challenge to solve a Rubik's Cube soon turned into a way to use them to create unique works of art, and along the way capture the attention of some high-profile athletes.
For Rutgers student Dylan Sadiq, his work with Rubik's Cubes started with a challenge from his older brother.
We got this cube and he was like, I bet you can't solve this Rubik's Cube. I'll give you a week to do it. If you do it, I'll buy you a video game.
11 years later, after watching a video of people using the cubes to create works of art, Sadiq decided to use the cubes to create a portrait of his favorite basketball player.
I've only been watching basketball for like 2 years, and Luka was one of the first players I've ever seen going up against LeBron. Luka versus LeBron battling against the GOAT, and it was really inspiring.
He built a frame, bought hundreds of cubes, and created a masterpiece. And Luka's team noticed.
The Dallas Mavs commented on my old video, so I was like, oh wow, that was pretty cool, right? And then it started gaining traction after that.
40 teams from the NBA, NFL, NHL, and the Premier League have reached out on social media asking him to create their logos or players, like the Giants' Saquon Barkley.
This obviously is my favorite one here that you've done all time.
But his larger-than-life portraits take a lot longer than what you see in the time-lapse videos he shares on social media. Each one is made up of 560 cubes, weighs almost 200 pounds, and takes about 4 hours to create.
So I have like a long queue, like waiting, and I work every single day.
The college cuber, as he's known on social media, started just because he loved making portraits of some of his favorite athletes. But teams have been cutting to the front of the line by hooking him up with some swag. The Knicks sent him a jersey signed by Julius Randle.
You know, you open the box, it's just a jersey first. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. But then it's signed, has an authenticity card, like, it's really insane.
The Detroit Pistons recently became the first team to pay for his artwork. And while he'd love to sell more, it's not his top priority.
I want to get a piece in every single stadium, that's my goal.
The craziest part about each portrait might be that it only stays up for a few minutes once it's finished. You see, the cost of cubes adds up quickly, so he reuses his media for each portrait. Fortunately, the image is a lot easier to take down than the real Saquon Barkley.